Good evening, hookers. Welcome to the Pose After Show. We're talking season 2, episode 2, Worth It. Is it me, or is Elektra finding the perfect job for her? But who the hell is Derek? I mean, okay. And then, Ricky, you're a cheater, and we're done with you. But that's not all. All Blanca wants to do is paint some nails. Damn! We're gonna talk about it, so you gotta stay with us.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
We can vote to this.
Hey! Hello, my kings, my queens. Welcome back. I am so happy to be back. Okay, guys, season 2, episode 2, Worth It. You guys, I'm so excited.
So excited.
Yes. Okay, so since we're here, you know we got to talk about this episode, but I'm not alone. I am Jaimi Gray. We have the House of Pose. We got our own name, okay? But you know I got some hitters to the left of me, okay? We got Miss Mariel Turner to my left.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, and you know she's going to give you guys all of the live chats. So if you have some things to say, give our live chat some love, and we're going to give it right back. It's that simple, okay? Then we got to her left, Miss Shawna O.
That would be me.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
so she's going to give you guys all the latest news and gossip of our favorite cast of Pose. All right,
honey.
so I'm ready. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am here. I am here for it.
Right. And so, I mean, not only that, we want to, of course, give our love to Brendan Haley. We miss you, boo. We miss you. He has a special surprise for us, so you got to stay tuned for that. So not only do we have news and gossip, our live chat, we have predictions. We have our Walk It category. We heard you guys in the comments, so we're bringing it back.
That's
okay.
right. Mm-hmm.
And what else we got? How about our favorite cast members? Right?
Oh yes.
We got to get into that.
Yes.
All right,
Definitely.
so I first want to
100%.
start with Elektra, but overall thoughts. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
Can I go second?
Go, okay,
It
Mariel.
was a lot.
I really loved, I felt like there's a lot of like emotional connections in this episode
Okay.
and people trying to find their happy, even if that means like getting out of something.
Right.
And so I really enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay. Well, see how she kept that sweet and cute?
Cute.
I better try to do the same. I think that this was an episode for renewal. I found that, you know, even with Elektra, even with Blanca, just with Lil Papi, with Angel, everybody had a sense of something new, especially our boy Damon, who I love, you guys. So yes, this was a good episode for me.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I was happy to see Pretty Ricky. You guys know I like to call him that, Pretty Ricky. But you tried it, Ricky, okay? So we'll get into that. But first, I'm going to get into Miss Elektra Abundance, Ferocity, Extravaganza, Evangelista, Wintour, okay? This is the perfect job for her, is it not? This whole
Yes.
dominatrix, leather situation going on. The way she's talking down to people, but making that money.
Yes.
Like, Mario, what was your thought?
I mean, I was here for it.
Yeah.
And I think that some people or there's a concern, right? Like, is she going to fall too far into this? But, like, I think this works for her. And I also think there's nothing wrong with doing sex work as long as it's in a safe space. And she seems to, you know, enjoying the work. The drug thing's
money.
a little iffy. The money is great. Like, girl, get your money. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I can't even lie. I'm kind of here for it too. I think that, I mean, who's going to stop Elektra from doing what she's doing? She's telling people what to do. She's talking down on people. My thing is, are you bringing that work home? Because she's getting meaner and meaner. Like, okay, we understand that you're the boss and the queen of nowhere right now, but you know what I
Right.
mean? Be nice. Be nice to people that have been nice to you.
Right, and like Papi said back in season 1, the money may not be, the work may not be honest, but the money all looks the same, and I couldn't agree more. But I just think it's really interesting. So we see her with this random man, okay? Lord only knows what they were about to do. But these drugs, Elektra, like at first she was sticking to her guns, and then it seemed like she gave in, but we didn't see that. We didn't see anything after that scene. What do you guys think? Do you think that she took the drugs? Because I'm thinking that could be a future prediction that we'll get into, so you got to stay tuned. But what are you guys thinking that she might do? Did she take it or did she not?
The drug thing does worry me just a little bit because that is a slippery slope. And I don't know if he was like saying, I'll pay you extra if you let me take drugs or I'll pay you extra if you take drugs with me. So I was a little confused on that part. But I think she has a good thing going. Like I said, it's in a safe space. She's making great money. So, like, don't mess it up bringing drugs in there. It's not necessary.
Right. I mean, but it is going on, and you know how it is to be like, oh, I'll experiment. She probably feels so powerful right now, and then that drug probably makes her feel even more powerful. I don't know if she's taking it or not either. I think she's kind of too much of a smart cookie. She probably like put it in her bra or something like that. But she might have. Oh,
I don't know.
She be on a power trip sometimes, so who's to say she wouldn't be on another kind of trip?
She scares me because remember in the preview, which we didn't see Blanca say this in this episode, but in last episode's preview, we heard Blanca say, Elektra, I'm worried about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it does scare me a little bit. But let's also get into the first walk that they did in the very beginning of the episode. You have House of Ferocity. So Blanca, of course, is house hopping. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not Blanca. I'm sorry. Elektra is house hopping. Okay.
You know she likes to.
And so she's helping them win a trophy. So I just want to give a couple claps to House of Ferocity. You finally won that trophy. About time. And I just love how her and Candy are always getting into it. Candy is always ready to fight. Pulling out a hammer and then Elektra pulling out a knife. What in the world? Like,
I love Candy.
I love Candy too.
Like, I love that she does not take any ish. She's like, you stepped to me wrong. I mean, sometimes it's a little extra.
Yeah.
But like, you're not gonna disrespect me in any shape or form. And sometimes you gotta be like that, you know?
That's true. But
have
she
that
reminds
boundary.
me of a chihuahua. Just yep. She is
she's so
not
tiny.
going to do a thing.
Yeah.
She pulled out that hammer and didn't even swing it once.
Right.
Elektra swung the blade.
She said, what's up? What's up?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so then you have this whole dinner scene. I don't know what it is with Elektra and her dinner scenes and this signature move that she has where she wants to flip the table and turn all this hard work on the floor. So I'm not really understanding that, but now she has her own new house called House of Wintour, which I like. So out of all these names, you have House of Abundance, House of Extravaganza, then you have House of Ferocity, and of course House of Pose. Which house name do you like the best?
House of Evangelista.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Evangelista,
going.
okay.
Evangelista.
Yeah,
Y'all know I'm
Evangelista is
pretty
my
loyal.
favorite. I like the original House of Abundance. Like,
Yeah?
I was kind of here for that. But House of Wintour is fire too, you know? I'm here for all of them, really.
We don't know them girls, but you know.
We don't know. You know, as far as the name, like the sound of it and all that, I like House of Wintour. I think it has a nice little ring to it. But as far as which house I like the best, House of Evangelista. Okay?
Same.
Yes. All right. So, Elektra, we're praying for you, girl. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we'll get into that. But before we get into the next topic, Mariel, what you got for us?
So we're just gonna hop in this chat really quick, see who's going on in here. So, looks like the chat is popping.
Yes.
Hey guys. So Jovan says the show is always good. Elektra is a mess. Everyone here is talking about Elektra and how she was like out here fooling in this episode.
Looking good though.
We clearly agree. Looking great. But let's see. Raj says, does Elektra make her new house after she gets out of Blanca's house? Trey says, very good episode. Let's remember this is 1990. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to make a quick mention that the House of Wintour, the name of the people are Jasmine, Silhouette, Shadow, Tess, and of course, Cubby and Lamar with their house hopping ass.
Yes.
Okay,
Shout
so-
out the names.
Yes, and Silhouette actually is being played by the official Tati from Viceland's My House. So a bunch of people loved her and really wanted her on the show. And boom, there she is. Sometimes you ask for it and you get it.
Okay, asking you shall receive.
That's right.
I feel that. Now, you guys, I have to, just like I said in the beginning, who the hell is Derek? Like, they said Derek, and I want to be very honest. I don't know who that is. I never heard his name in the season 1. And when I looked on social media, a lot of people were asking the same thing. Live chat, light it up. Like, who is Derek? So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
I did not know. I think maybe he was just like a filler character to get that conversation going because I didn't realize it.
What lines?
Honestly, guys, I wrote down Derek died, and then I said, well, first of all, I put down mother interrupts their almost session and then tells them that Derek died. And I said, it's starting to feel like endless numbers of deaths and names that run into each other. I don't remember Derek, and I feel bad about that because I feel like that's what they kind of wanted back then, which is just like, let them be a name, let them be a number.
Right.
It's over, you know?
Yeah.
That's death. That's serious.
It is. And we're going to get into Damon and Ricky, you know, but it does seem like they're going to funerals left and right, you know? It's just like it's the hot spot, and it's really sad, you know? So it does get sad. But, you guys, I have to say this. Thank you so much for watching. This is our House of Pose. We love Pose. This is an after show for super fans, period. Okay, so if you're a super fan, make sure to give us a thumbs up. If you're listening, hit those 5 stars. Thumbs up as well. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you can be with us every time we go live. Okay, the reason I love AfterBuzz so much, I've had so many amazing opportunities here, and just as you guys have as well, we do other after shows, other genres like reality TV, competition shows, anything you can think of. So if you have another favorite show besides Pose, check it out, because we're probably reviewing it, okay? So we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Check us out on all of it, okay? Back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right,
Yes.
Ricky and Damon. All right, Ricky, I was rooting for you, but you're letting me
all rooting
down.
for him.
Okay, so he's coming back from his tour with I'll Be Sure, and Damon has the little, Dollar Tree paper hearts on the floor, and his little ratchet, I guess you could call it a little exquisite little setup in his room with the little sheets, look a little dingy, but he did his best. I thought it was kind of cute.
I thought it was
feeling
so
it.
cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was adorable. I mean,
Yeah.
especially to make that effort, we don't have the money. I thought it was just the cutest thing.
And seriously, the innocence on Damon's face and just like the pure love
And the excitement.
But Ricky reacted like he reacted like he was supposed to react. He got right down and was just like, "Let me kiss you. Let me get engaged with this."
Yeah.
I feel he reacted.
But I mean,
well.
isn't that how it is? You haven't seen him in a while. But it's like Ricky. He just can't, he can't get breaks. Like, he wants to get it in on tour. He's got to get it in as soon as he gets back home. Like, put your stuff down. Get a sip of water or something.
He's thirsty for Damon.
Yeah.
He doesn't want nothing else.
And I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. Damon is young and naive, just like we said. But it makes me sad that he feels the need to stay with Ricky. I know he has that smile. I know, he's good looking, but damn,
But
you could do better.
love. Damon is
Yeah.
so far in love. And furthermore, in this episode, we get to see that initial feeling of when you first discover like a slight heartbreak and you have to choose yourself. A lot of times people don't. And I want to applaud Damon in this episode for doing so, because he really did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
And I think we've all been there where you have
Yeah.
your first real love and you're like, he is the sun and the moon and the stars and I can't live
Yes.
without him. And then, to have that disappointment
Right.
of him cheating on tour, I really did love that Damon was able to choose himself and remove himself from the situation, because that is really hard to do, especially
Yeah.
at that age.
Right.
So shout out to Damon.
And you know
Did
what?
he cheat though?
Yes. Ricky is nasty. See,
that was really
But did he
confusing.
He be trying. He really tries to be loyal to Damon. Okay, y'all know
First
I'm the
of all,
one to give the benefit of the doubt.
We don't even know exactly how long this tour was, and it's the background dancers. How did he even know, as far as this dude Chris, that they meet at the bar at the ballroom? He's being messy. We're like, okay, who is
True.
Chris? Chris is messy. That's who Chris is.
But Chris started off trying to talk to Damon, and then when he's just like, "I'm taken." I don't know. I feel like
Masculine
he was
messy.
a real hater. I don't know. Chat, what y'all think? Did he cheat? Did he not cheat? Please let us know, because I feel like he didn't cheat. I feel like Chris was a straight up hater.
I would say this: when there is, what is this phrase? Smoke and fire. When there is fire, there is smoke. I'm not exactly sure what
Yeah.
it is, but I think that's the situation. So, did they sleep together? Who's to say? But I think something happened that was crossing the line, especially because he never mentioned this Chris, that he had a gay roommate on the tour.
That's true.
And that right there is that seems odd. Why wouldn't that come up? So
But it's like, do you really want to worry your man while you're gone? Oh, by the way, my roommate is gay and he sleeps right next to me, so Damon can skip his classes and be depressed and not eat breakfast
and he
dinner,
said
lunch.
his bunkmate, and also just the fact that he felt. But y'all,
It's a lot.
The fact that Chris felt bold enough to even say to Damon, "Yeah, he was my bunkmate. What do you think he was doing when he wasn't answering your calls?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was rude.
he was trying to start something, but I got to give it up to you, Damon. You said what? And that's what I needed. That's what I needed.
second fight of the night.
Okay?
He
Second
handled
fight.
that.
See, unlike Candy, Damon was like, listen, you're going to get these hands today. Okay?
Real quick, Daryl
Yeah.
says that Pretty Ricky disappointed me in this episode. Disappointed but not surprised. So it's looking like most people feel like he did go ahead and sleep with Chris.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, we do have
I feel like I got cheated on.
I know, right? But listen, Pretty Ricky, he's known for it. He's been known.
He's a freak.
Okay.
A big old freak.
Even Papi said it last season.
He did.
Which, speaking of Papi, Papi and Angel.
Oh my God.
I feel like
Ship,
Angel
ship,
has
ship.
found her Prince Charming,
Yes.
which I loved in the Shakespeare walk, how they were doing the Romeo and Juliet. I loved it. You know, I love their whole vibe they have going on. What do you guys think?
I love how quiet it is and how it's crept up, and it's just not like immediate. Because sometimes, you know, the way you get something is the way you lose it. So it's like immediately. This has been slow, and it's really working out for me. As a matter of fact, they're asking for suggestions for their name, for their couple name.
Really?
So chat, I advise you guys, I welcome you guys to leave us your suggestions for the couple name for little
That's
Papi
hard.
and Angel.
That is
Of course,
hard.
it can't just be Lil Angel or Lil Angie.
That's
Little
what I was going to
Angel.
say. Lil Angel, Papi Angel.
Pop Angel.
Angel.
Angel?
No, not Angel.
I don't know about that.
You know what?
I
The
don't know,
chat
it's
knows.
tricky.
And you know what's
Yes.
funny? So Poppy's real name is actually Angel in real life. So
Which is perfect.
Angel. I don't know.
Angel,
Ooh.
Angel.
Angel.
Double Angel.
Right.
Yes.
I'm also very much here for them. I love that it seems to be like a friendship, like you said, that is slowly blossoming into romance. And he seems to be 100% supportive of her. Like,
Yeah, he's
he
grown a
supports
lot.
her dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, it's hard to find a man that's supporting what you want to do career-wise. So the fact that he rides for her like that, I think it's great.
Yes, and he knows her. He doesn't fetishize her. He's not fascinated by having her undressed or anything like that. He's very well aware of what she is, how she presents herself and how she wants to be seen, and he gives her that, and I love it. He makes her feel like a really natural woman.
Yes.
Okay, don't get me singing.
right.
You make me feel.
Okay, she's the
Background. Where we
singer.
all at?
She's the
See,
singer.
you see how
I'm
they do?
not.
That's
not
I'm
our
about to switch
theme.
houses.
We don't have the
Okay?
vocals.
It's
Sorry.
all right. Okay.
We would've
It's
hurt
all
you.
good. Okay. Now I want to get into Miss Blanca.
Oh,
You guys, all she wanted to
Mother
do was
Blanca.
paint some nails. You know what I'm saying? So Miss Norman, you also tried it. Okay. As far as people who tried it the most, Miss Norman or Ricky?
Ooh.
Let us
Miss
know in the chat.
Norman.
I would say Miss Norman.
Miss
Yeah.
Norman tried it.
Back to back. She was just like, usually I don't talk to people darker than who she said, like
My
her
aunt.
aunt.
Yeah.
When
Strike
she
one.
has a tan.
Then she said to her driver, just the way right here, this won't take long. That was strike two. Then she said, where do you get this money from? How do you have all this money? Too many strikes. Three
Too
strikes, you're out.
many.
Okay?
Gentrification comment.
Yes.
It was like, girl.
Look at her up and
Even
down.
the handshake, like we'll shake on it. That's shady. So strike. She needed to go.
Right.
But sometimes you got to do bad business when you're up and coming, and when you're marginalized. You have to just go with whoever will kind of like accept you, which is another downfall. Kind of like discrimination.
Yeah. But I'm happy that Blanca was able to fight back. She was able to get a pro bono lawyer, and she's not going to tolerate, like, yes, I am a trans woman of color, but that doesn't mean that you can kick me out like this. Like, that's unacceptable. And so I think it's good for her to set that example for her children and, everyone else in their community. Like, no, you can't do this to me. It's not okay.
Right. And for
Okay.
herself. I think she really needed to take that leap of faith for herself, because she wasn't really as focused on life, living, the next step. But now she's looking towards the future, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what? But I do want to call out Blanca real quick, though, too. Just because I'm like, I think because of everything that's going on with HIV, AIDS, she's trying to take care of her house, trying to find love. But I felt like she was jumping the gun. This lady is clearly a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an all-around red flag. She's saying, give me cash money and shake on it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was almost desperation. Right. Why not hold that money for somebody else? But I feel like she was so afraid to be clocked, and that's what she said. She says, I've been clocked more than you've had breakfast. Ooh. I was just like, she's really been through it. But I hurt for her, and I want better for her. So I'm glad that even Pray Tell was like, you shook on it?
Right?
Excuse me?
But he knew what to do.
Yeah.
In this case, it's not a time to talk to her about that. It's a time to celebrate with her. And he
Yeah.
said, well, congratulations.
Right. Well, the congratulations lasted about 5 minutes, because Miss Norman's son, okay, I like how Blanca calls him a little ogre. She said, this little ogre, but he storms up in there, and he gives her money back, but he says, you gotta go. And I like that Blanca did, stick to her guns, but, it just sucks. Before the paint could even dry on the walls, he's saying you gotta go. He's trying to give her the boot. Like, Miss Norman, why? You didn't give Blanca a chance, all because you found out that she's trans? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm happy that she's fighting back, but there is a small part of me that is like, if she's going to treat you like that, do you even want to be in that environment, in that negativity, in that atmosphere? Would it not be better to maybe go find another place where that is more accepting? But I also realize that if you're always doing that, like, you may never achieve what you want to achieve because people are always going to try to put you down. So,
right. I think that she feels this is her moment to advocate and to be an activist in a way and be like, this is me planting my feet here, and them saying, you know what, there's a trans woman that owns that nail shop down the street right here from here. Right. And I think she really wants that to be a part of her community and part of her legacy as she is now grappling with life and death.
Yeah.
We want to hop in the chat real quick. Raj, who is coming to us from New Zealand. Shout out to you, Raj. Hey. Thank you so much for listening. He's just questioning, like, is Blanca going to have any new members in her house, and kind of what's going on with her house? So that's a good question. Now that some members have left, will she be bringing anybody else in? Curious to see what goes on there.
I mean, I think that eventually she will. She does accept all souls who are
lost.
Lost. So I definitely believe there are plenty of those. And as you can see, Elektra just went to the piers and just snatched up people. So I don't see why Blanca can't as well.
Yeah, Blanca's good for that. But we saw her nail salon. It's looking beautiful. Got the pink walls and the drapes. So I'm happy for her. But again, I do just wish that when the son gave her money, which thank God that he was giving her money back. Because I was like, girl, you're not getting that money back.
That's what I thought.
I was like, you're not getting it back.
That's what I thought. I was like, they're going to keep her money. So the fact that they gave it back, I was honestly a little shocked. I was like, oh, wow.
But I think they needed to show us. They needed to show us that she wants this so bad that she was willing to look at that big stack of money that was coming back to her and being like, I got a chance to get out of this, but I want this so bad that I cannot. Like, she couldn't. And I'm standing with her strong.
Yeah, and the fact that she also, like, revealed her status when she was, talking about getting the salon. I think it was just a big, like, coming out for her and kind of living her best life. So, I'm here for it.
Okay.
That was huge.
And another thing that I wanted to mention, so I want to kind of bring it back. I got to bring this back up with Ricky and Damon, okay? When they were at the ballroom in, like, one of the last scenes, okay, Damon says to Ricky, I can't help you, but if you need advice, talk to Blanca. What were your thoughts on that? Like, because in my head, I'm thinking, okay, because we did see a little clip of them in a clinic, okay? So are we thinking that Ricky also has the disease, or was he just saying, like, you got to get out of the house? Live chat, light it up.
Yeah,
come on,
let
chat.
us
You
know.
guys, because for me, what do you think?
I was thinking that he was talking about the breakup. That's what I was thinking. Like, he was saying, if you're going to be struggling with this breakup, you should talk to your mother about it because I can't help you. That's what I was thinking. But thinking to the scene before, it is there's just something going on with Ricky. I just don't know what it is, you know?
Same.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. I felt like he was probably just talking about the breakup because it was just like, okay, that's your mom. I'm your ex now. And I felt like I wrote down mature, fear. So I was like, is he maturing or is he just scared? I had like super questions. But I really do love that he's exploring it, even if it's just out of fear. Fine, go find yourself out of fear. Sure. And then come back all whole like that. I'm feeling it. So, yeah.
One thing about it, though, that did bother me is that he never confessed to cheating. So if he really did cheat, I'm going to need him to, speak your truth. Like, you're caught now, let it be known. But,
But if he didn't. Okay, sorry. All right. Sorry, yeah.
It's just all about the couples, which, fun fact, okay, so Papi, okay, his real name is Angel Curiel. He is actually dating Janet Mock in real life. I stand, I ship. Let us know what you guys think. And if you didn't know that, also let us know. Of course, give us that thumbs up, okay? We're trying to give you gems, trying to, let you guys grow. All right.
Yeah, so Angel Mock.
I love And there we go. Angel Mock more? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm feeling all of it. I love it.
We're trying here. Let us know. Also leave a comment. Try to give us some ship names for Papi and Angel and so on and so forth. So we do have a special correspondent in New York. Before we pull that up for you, you guys, again, I want to get into who was our favorite character this episode. As you guys think about that, I'm going to tell you who my favorite character was, and it was Papi. Okay? He won my heart last episode. And then this episode with him and Angel, this is what Angel needs, especially after last week's episode where she was just, just criticized and just made it feel so vulnerable and so small. She needs Papi, and I just think that he's perfect for her. So, do you have a favorite character for this episode?
Okay, I definitely have one.
Okay.
Damon, baby. Damon.
Okay.
I don't know if it was maturity or fear, but I was really feeling you this episode. I love how dedicated he was to the Vogue class at the YMCA. I love the montage. He made me feel warm. So I love him this episode.
I'm going to have to piggyback off that and agree. I love that he decided in the end that self-love is the most important love. And it really is.
It is.
It's more important than relationship, more important than your love for who you're with. And how he decided that he needed to take the time to focus on himself and what makes him happy. And I was here for that. And, like, you can't disrespect me. I'm sorry. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
draw that boundary, Damon. That's right.
And knock somebody out if you have to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm here for it. So again, I want to shout out, of course, our House of Pose member, Brendan Haley. He is in New York, and he has a special surprise for us. I told you, he may not be here, but he's here in spirit. So let's go ahead and play that clip.
Hi guys, it is Brendan Haley, corresponding from New York City, and I'm joined today by Pose's Jason Rodriguez.
Yes.
And if you are not familiar, he is fabulous. He choreographs for the show, and that's actually what I want to start off talking about with you is you are a professional voguer. This is something that you worked on with Baz Luhrmann and all sorts of different shows and movies. So can you talk a little bit about how you came to Pose and how being not only a cast member but also choreographing for the show, how that worked?
It was a very interesting journey to Pose. It was kind of a roll of the dice. I just happened to receive an email from one of my mentors. It was a casting for the Lamar character. I sent in my information. I went. It was the first time I ever read lines. And then...
As in ever?
Ever.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, he did
Oh my God.
Ever. So for me, I was like, okay, let's see where this takes us. And then they asked me to Vogue, and I was like, okay, I know where this is going to take us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I vogued, waited a couple months, and then I just got the role. So for me, I guess not having information or not that being my first time, it felt like voguing and training as a professional dancer just kind of set me up for what was to come, even though I didn't know what was coming.
Right. And have you performed in balls in New York?
Yes, I've competed in them.
You
So
have?
I've competed like in the main one, like the biggest one is Latex Ball, which is coming up. That's like the biggest New York City ball. I've competed in those, mini balls in Miami, and before I was part of the House of Ninja, so I did a lot of training with them.
Well, like
you know.
parkour or
Yes, ninja parkour.
ninja parkour.
Voguing
I only do
parkour.
drunk parkour. I'm just like, oh, I need to get out of this club.
That's probably what we do, but you know, we're dancers, so we just hold it a little bit.
You have much better posture.
Yes. So they sort of helped me develop my voguing to sort of have it on the level that it is today.
So I heard that you are doing a lot of work for Pride Month, and it's World Pride in New York, which is why we're all here.
Okay.
Would you like to talk about some of your projects? I know you were working with Absolute, right?
Yes, definitely first timer coming to Absolute, but I'm so attracted to them because of their mission to just escalate the voices of the LGBTQ community, which I love so much. I just did a Pride campaign with them. I did a shoot in LA that was shot by David LaChapelle.
Oh my God, I loved his work.
I mean, for me, it's that Tupac shot. He's just like the way he can like catch like an artist in like, I guess their strongest, most creative portrait of them is incredible. And then I also, you know, the other members that you see in this campaign in this beautiful shot, like Amanda Lepore, E.J. Johnson, Sasha Velour, which I was
I love Sasha.
gagging. She's incredible. And also a good friend of mine, Alexandria Gray. So it's just incredible to be part of that shot. And then it's also beautiful because it's a shot reflecting on the first Pride marches in the 80s. So for me, I feel myself a voice sort of for the young LGBTQ, people of color, Latino youth. So to be part of a shot that was reflecting the past to bring it back into the present, I feel really is encouraging, informing the young youths of today with, you know, what the past members have sort of fought for them to be who they are now, and sort of for them to continue the fight. So it's so nice to sort of reflect that past strength to the present.
Exactly. And they have these beautiful, colorful bottles, little hearts.
I mean, you can't mess with the rainbow.
No. Some people try and come for it and take it back, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, and it just goes right over.
Exactly. Oh, I see what you did there.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Shout out to
That was
Brendan. We
amazing.
miss you. Your House of Pose misses you so much. You guys, so if you're wondering, like, okay, what are they wearing? So usually Brendan does the categories. Today's category is Madonna. Bitch, I'm Madonna. Okay, so we're just paying homage in our own little special way. So you might just see a couple little things like a leather jacket, some pearls, some bows, some lipstick, a little mole. Okay, so that's what we're doing here today. So, Shawna, I'm
Yes.
ready for it. What's our news and gossip?
Okay, let's do it. Hey, what's up, y'all? First of all, let me just say the hashtag ABTV pose, if you guys use that on Instagram or on Twitter, whatever social media you're using, you can submit your photos for Brendan's section, as well as any news and gossip or tweets where you want to be mentioned or anything. Just go ahead and hit us up at ABTV pose. If you see some news that you think I need to talk about, hit me up. But I got some good news for all of us. Ready?
Ready.
Pose is renewed for season 3, baby.
Hey!
I am not surprised. I am so excited because Pose is one of those shows that I think we didn't know we needed. And now that it's here, it is here to stay.
Yes.
Not to mention, according to our baby girl, Angelica Ross, her IG, she said a season 2 premiere was the most watched episode to date.
Wow.
So that's why they went ahead and jumped the gun and gave them the season 3 renewal early.
Might as well.
I might as well just get it
Amazing.
started. We
Please,
did that.
more.
Fans, we did that. Okay, it was us that was watching the show. So that I think that's awesome. Now, if you don't know anything about my news and gossip, what I do is I usually will hit you with a little something, and I will give you 2 tweets that really stood out to me. From now on, that's going to be on that ABTV post hashtag. The one that stood out to me the most was actually by The Root, and they reposted the quote that was at the end of this episode, which says, "Blood does not family make. Those are relatives. Family are those with whom you share your good, bad, and ugly and still love one another in the end. Those are the ones you select." And that is in tribute to our beloved Hector Extravaganza, who was born in 1965 and unfortunately passed away in 2018. I thought that tweet was so powerful because it is what was actually posted after. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, at the end of the episode.
Yeah, it was a really powerful statement, and I'm so always glad that they're paying homage. Another tweet that stood out to me was by Oprah Magazine by way of Glad, which is, again, our girl Angelica, hint, hint, who said, "I understand my responsibility to not just speak truth to power, but to also live life more abundantly in the face of unyielding oppression and violence." So if you didn't get it, let me just go ahead and reveal our trivia question answer right now.
Yes.
Okay? The answer to... Hey! If you said Angelica Ross, Billy Porter, or honorable mention Dylan Burnside, then 10s across the board for you.
Yes!
Ladies, let's give them some claps. I am so happy that you guys answered the question. I did not know that there were more answers to the question than one. I was talking about my girl Angelica Ross, but you guys were absolutely right about Billy Porter and about Dylan Burnside. So thank you all for participating. The new trivia question is, what is the name of the pier that Blanca takes Damon to show him what voguing is all about? I'll give you guys a hint. This is right before she convinces him to walk his first ball. So you guys hit me up next week with that information.
Let me do my research.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I got one more piece of news and then we're all done.
Okay.
We are not, obviously, our audience is not the only ones who are obsessed with the creators and the cast of Pose. Gay Times magazine featured Billy Porter, Ryan Jamal Swain, aka Jamal, MJ Rodriguez, and more. So definitely go to their website, go to their IG, that's Gay Times Magazine, because they have some lovely and amazing photos of them. And it's such a beautiful spread. I'm glad that we are being seen. We're all being seen because we are fans and supporters of the LGBT community.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
Hi,
deserve
guys.
all of the press.
They do.
All the praise.
They
so.
do.
Yes. Press. So, Shawna, thank you so much for Nutties of Gossip. And again, thank you, Brendan, just for even talking with Jason Rodriguez. So, guys, also look out for that clip because he's teaching us how to Vogue, okay, and pose, which I could use some lessons. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
so make sure you
absolutely.
stay tuned on our AfterBuzz channel to check that out, okay? All right. Now, you guys were in the comments. You know we like to read your comments and reply. So, of course, you got to light up our comment section, too, not even just the live chat. But you guys were saying, what happened to the walk it category, the walk it like I talk it.
Right.
So let's get into it. Walk it like I talk it. Hey! All right, so there were a whole bunch of walks that we liked this episode.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
I will jump in.
Go for it.
So I would say what I absolutely loved was the fairy tale category.
Yeah.
I thought that they killed it. I especially loved the Cinderella, which I think was House of Ferocity, which I was shocked because normally they don't, bring their A game, but they killed that. The fact she did that turn and it was like a whole new outfit. I was like, okay.
That was amazing.
I am here for it. It was great. And then, of course, Romeo and Juliet with Angel and Papi was like amazing and dramatic and narrative and all those things. So, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was tough to choose between those two,
Yeah.
Angel and Papi, and then the House of Ferocity. I don't know if I believe who won. Like, they tied.
House of Ferocity might have won that one. Just because when she said, I'm your fairy godmother, and then she did that twirl, I was like, this is... And then the glitter falling from the sky, I was like, you got me.
But
I'm
the
sorry.
way Angel died, though, really...
That was good, too. It was good, too.
They give you levels and drama.
Right.
So yours is what?
I'm going to say that mine was probably going to be, was it high fashion?
High fashion
High
feathers.
fashion
honey.
Yes.
gave me everything I needed, honey. All the looks in the show actually gave me everything I needed. So I'm not able to truly choose, but I think if I had to, high fashion for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
What about
I'm
you?
going to agree with you because when Elektra, okay, she has too many last names, okay, but when Elektra came out, okay, out of this clam and she was giving you Black Aphrodite, I was like, yes. It's like you love to hate her and you hate to love her. That's how I feel.
good,
She
though.
kills it every time.
Yeah.
It's like
every time.
Who teaches this? Who taught this woman? Like she is a god.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is so fierce.
Even, and I also have to just say this because she wasn't even in the ballroom at this point, but just when she was walking to her job with that cigarette in her hand, I was like, who is this?
Runway.
You know?
She kills it.
Yes.
She kills it every time.
Okay, so we're secret Elektra fan, guys.
Just a little bit.
This one not so secret.
I mean,
Mariel?
she's just like, she's kind of evil, but she rocks it, like she accepts who she is, she accepts her evil, and she's always fierce, so I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just here for this episode in general. You guys, we have to get into our predictions. What do we think will happen in the next episode or the next few episodes? Thinking caps on. So I'm just going to go ahead and go, okay?
Do it.
Ricky got the disease. I'm sorry. He's got it. Take your medicine. Take your pills, okay? Nobody told you out being out here nasty, okay? You had a boyfriend. You had a man at home, but love didn't bring you home, okay? So I'm going to say that. I am scared as hell for Blanca because even though she has this shop, just the way that, I love that she stood her ground and she stuck to her guns, but again, she said that she's been clocked all the time. I don't trust Miss Norman or her son. I'm just a little bit worried. And also, like, what side of town is this even on? I'm nervous as hell. So that's my thoughts.
I feel you.
Predictions. I think Damon and Ricky are not done. That is going to come back together at some point, may break up again. I do think that Ricky is hiding something. I pray that it's not the disease, but if it was, I wouldn't be shocked. So I think that's going to be on again, off again. I'm also worried for Blanca. I think her illness is going to get more serious. I said this last after show, and I still feel that way. I'm just hoping that she can achieve her dreams, and this new landlord makes me really nervous. And then also, I think Elektra's going to get caught up in this whole drug thing with her. I think it's going to ruin her dominatrix career, and it's going to lead her down a path that she does not want to go on. So
Yeah, I'm scared for her too. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Those are amazing predictions that you guys just had.
Thank
I
you.
really agree. But especially with Damon and Ricky, I feel like the whole song was giving me the best that I got with Anita Baker.
Yes.
Giving you the best that I got. And I believe that Ricky is going to come back, give Damon the best that he got, and he's going to accept him back because it's like when you're first in love and like your man comes back and tells you I need to fight for us, you sometimes fall for that. And you know, the
We're
sex
guilty.
can
It's
sometimes change your mind. And then I also, since Blanca's now taking her medication, I think that she actually is going to get a lot better, and she's going to be able to use that strength to fight against Miss Norman and her whack landlording.
Her son.
And then Pray Tell. I think Pray Tell is going to get a little bit more into that activism because he's now with ACT UP. And lately he has been the voice of reason, the voice of encouragement, and sometimes the voice of get the hell out with these people who fighting at the bar.
Right.
So he's been a real leader, like stepping up.
Yes. And then just segueing really quick, I wanted to thank some of our fans from the last episode who made sure to say they loved our show.
We love you guys.
So shout out to Danny Miller, Ken Corbin, Araya Davis, Claire Dillard, and Jesse Drew. We appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks.
Yes, we love y'all. And of course, if you want to shout out, you got to hit up Mariel, got to hit up the live chat, got to, go in the comments. We are watching. And of course, the cast watches as well. So, like I said, keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? You might get a shout out. You guys, thank you so much for joining this after show today. You got to join us next week. Hit that notification bell so that you can join us, okay? But again, I am Jaimi Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or on Instagram at Jaimi Gray. My House of Pose. Where can they find you guys?
Hey guys, you can find me at Mariel_Turner.
And you can find me on the Twitters at Shawna O.
Yes.
See you guys next time.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.